What it do, yeah, true. YAP. Yeah, T. Nah, I'm just playing. Bro, what's up? It's Matt Yaps, bro. You already know. You already know what I came to do. You know what I came to do. You just don't know what I came to talk about. And today, what I want to talk about, bro, my second is literally. Okay. Today, what I want to talk about is being your own person. And honestly, I feel like people talk about being your own person hella in society. It's talked about so fucking much. It's been talked about for generations. And you know what's funny? It's talked about so much, but when you observe people, you realize nobody really listens to it. Nobody at all. Like, and being in college, being a young adult, growing into it, being a young adult, you observe so many people. Well, personally for me, I observe people a lot. Like, I feel bad because I'm not gonna lie, when I observe, I low key just like I'll be like staring, just looking just to see like what's going on, like how they acting. And it's sad because I'll see so many people, whether it's like different groups, whether it's like a people that's like very much a party group, people that's like very much an emo group. It don't matter what type of group. There's always that one person that I can see that just clearly is not at so much for that shit like everybody else. And I feel so bad because hold up, damn, my roommate is like coughing his lungs out, but I feel so fucking bad, bro, because these same people that you see in the groups that like don't talk a lot, bro. They don't try to like interact with a lot of people in the group. They just kind of like they not by themselves, but they just don't really say a lot. These niggas can't be themselves. And I know that's just like that's like a full court shot to throw at. It's like whether you're watching the video and you feel like that's you, nigga, you need to be yourself. And I say that in the way of when I say you need to be yourself, you need to stop trying to get with like these groups of people that you've just been comfortable with. These people that you like, you're not all for that shit, but like you're so used to that being around these people that you're just gonna settle for that shit. Because when you settle for shit like that, that's basically just settling for less. Because you can still be friends with these people. That you can become friends with other people that are centered more around what you want to do instead. And guess what? You're gonna feel so much more better about yourself. And a part of becoming an adult is becoming your own person. And honestly, that's a very common stigma. That's a very common theme. And I feel like in my generation, obviously I'm Gen Z, we don't follow that at all, bro. These people want to be what they see on social media, whether that's like party, uh, fucking want to be a rap, want to dress like a rapper, want to act exactly like a rapper, want to just fucking be a hoe just to be a hoe, just because Future or somebody preaches about that shit, bro. These niggas, these niggas just don't realize you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage already. Because when you're not acting like yourself, when you're not trying to be yourself, when you're not trying to be your own person, you are literally taking like 800 watts more of energy out of your body trying to act like something you're not instead of just being who you are and just centering yourself around those people. Because I've been in many situations, bro. Personally, for me, I feel like I'm the type of person I'm kind of open with anything. Like I'm okay becoming familiar with anything because I know that there's so much cool shit in this world that I don't know about. And if when you figure that shit out, bro, you're just like, holy fuck, like this was here the whole time, and I was so conceited. I wanted to stay in my comfort zone so long that I didn't even know that shit like this existed. And with me. Middle school and shit like that. My friend group, I feel like in middle school, it was the usual friend group of like badass dudes, like niggas were class clowns and shit. We played basketball on the basketball team. And growing up, I was just like I knew I did not like being with those people on the regular. Like I was okay with like fucking microdosing our fucking meetup times and shit like that, fucking, just hanging out. But the way that it worked, like those were my school friends. That's who I saw every day. That's who I interacted with every day. And I just knew in my head, I don't want to be with those people like that. And it kind of just really made me feel so much more sad about myself because I just felt like I was so trapped with being with these types of groups of people that like I'm forever just never gonna feel like I'm gonna live up to my full potential of just being around who I feel like is like me. Like whether it's you wanting to be around people that are like you or different from you, or you're just trying to learn from like other settings, it just always makes you feel sad Because if you feel like you're stuck in a group that's like you can't get out of, it just sucks so much because you wanna get out that group. You wanna go find other things to like introduce yourself to new things. But you can't do that because you feel like you're literally locked to a group. I feel like that happens not even just in friend groups, it happens in so much shit that you just feel like you're like there's just a invisible fucking lock, like chains around that friend group. And I'm telling you, bro, that shit's never gonna get better. Staying around with people that you know you don't want to be around with, it's never gonna it's they're never gonna just randomly change one day and just start catering to how you want to be. You're no, 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 no. You gotta be your own person. And being a part of being your own person is recognizing that you don't want to be friends with a group of people and just getting yourself away from them because let's be real, this is your life, bro. This is nobody else's life. Nobody in that friend group that you are in, nobody in that friend group, they can't tell you who you could be friends with, whether they like it or not. Like they could tell you physically, they could literally say, hey, you can't be friends with them, but guess what? You're your own fucking person. Be your own person. Do what you want to do. If you don't want to be friends with them, tell them straight up, I don't want to be friends with you. And go find somebody else to be friends with. If you don't want to fucking go to that party and do the same shit, if you don't want to go to that party and just do this fucking the repetitive shit that you've always been doing that you got sick of, just be like, I want to go to that party. I want to try something different. It's so easy, but it's so hard, I feel like. And honestly, a part of literally being your own person is literally finding self-respect. Self-respect is the number one priority when being your own person. Because if you have no self-respect, but you try to be your own person, you're gonna feel so unsure about every decision you are. Because if you have no self-respect, your fucking opinion's probably gonna be swayed easily. You don't respect yourself enough to know like I want to do what I want to do. You don't have enough self-respect to do that. Your self-respect level is to the point where people could tell you how to act and you would act like that because you don't have you're not sure enough about yourself. And when you become sure enough about yourself, bro, that just makes you feel so fucking good because it makes you feel first off you feel like an adult. You feel grown up as fuck. You feel like okay, I've transcended. I'm doing what I finally want to do. And honestly, when that shit happens, bro, that shit it just literally it closes hella doors and it opens up hella more doors. I'm telling you. Obviously, just getting away from that group that you're around. You know, it's not gonna be hard if you're so comfortable being with that group like me, bro. Like stop like obviously as you grow up, you're gonna naturally stop talking with people, but when I fully started talking to them, it felt different. It's like, dang, I'm not used to like not talking with people that like I'm not used to not talking with this theme of people. And at first I was like, I'm not gonna say I was sad, but I was just kind of like, where do I go from here? From here, but like that's like the a part of the process. When you get rid of those people that were making you feel like that, you just start figuring out so much stuff about yourself because you were trying to censor yourself around being like these people so much that you were acting in ways that you knew you were not comfortable acting in. And when you start acting in ways that you're comfortable acting in, you find out so much shit about yourself, bro. You find out you like so much shit that you feel like you just wouldn't like because you were so used to hearing these same type of niggas say, man, nah, we don't fuck with that shit. We don't fuck with that shit that when you got away from that shit, you realize, hold on, I fuck with that shit. They might not fuck with it. I fuck with it. I love this shit. And that's all that matters. Don't stop trying to have people live your fucking life for you. Stop trying to have people tell you what you like and don't like. That is so, honestly, if you're a person and you let people do that shit, you're a lame. You're a bitch. I will say, you're a bitch. You're a pussy. You are literally a ding dong, bro. You're letting these niggas that are not in charge of you brushing your teeth. You're letting niggas that are not even in charge of maintaining yourself, maintaining your body. You're letting these niggas that are not in charge of that trying to tell you what to do. You're only you are in charge of doing what the fuck as far as like, hygiene shit, as far as thinking shit. Only you are in charge of that. You're gonna let some random tell you how to think? You crazy? That's just that's the biggest loser vibes ever, ever. And being in college, bro, that shit is just so evident. There's so many niggas that I could see that they want to act in a different way, but it's just not socially acceptable. And it's so sad. It's so sad, bro. You see that shit so frequently. You always go to parties and just see those niggas that like fucking they're they're with their little friend group, but like they're not saying shit. Like they got their little cut. They like yeah, yeah, man. And like people trying to talk to them, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. They're trying their best to. They're trying so much to use up so much energy to try to act like these people when they gotta realize That is not naturally how you act. You know how much energy it takes to naturally act how you act on a regular basis when you're by yourself? That shit takes zero energy. You want to know why? Because you're naturally acting how you act. Like with hair. Like you can't repeatedly pull at your hair, repeatedly put it in crazy ass styles on a daily basis because that's just not naturally how it's acting. You're putting your hair in such an unfamiliar situation that it's resorting to literally having to use so much energy to try to keep up like that, to try to stay like that. But when you finally let your hair just go into its natural state, you don't feel no tenderness, you don't feel no pain at all. Your hair is in its natural state, and it's in a damn environment that it is familiar with and is comfortable with because you're not trying to have to act. It's not having to fucking do extra shit just to act like a certain way, just to look like a certain way. It's doing natural shit and it's staying comfortable and it's gonna become healthy. You only become healthy by becoming your own person and just staying natural, staying true to yourself. And honestly, you just don't see that shit around college. Like I said, bro, as I just said, in college, bro, like I said, you just see it on a daily basis. You see hoes that don't even act. You see people that want to be hoes that they're that's not even your shit, bro. And it's so funny and sad to see, bro, because some of these people that hang out with the wrong groups of people, bro, they're trying their best. That you are a good ass person. I'm not gonna lie, this was me. I was a good ass person hanging out with bad ass people. And honestly, when that shit happens, bro, it just makes you a worse person. But as I got away from them, I've never grown so I've never felt so good because I don't have to act so unnatural to be with these people. The friend group that I'm in now, I could act like myself, and that feels so good. That's relaxing. I don't have to do outlandish shit just to prove like my place in the group, bro. I could act like myself, and niggas gonna still fuck with me, and that's just the beauty of being your own person. And that is Matt Yes. And tell me how you guys feel about this video in the comments because I feel like this is not even just college vibes. Like this is just like everywhere. Like you're always gonna see people that act unnatural. But I really made this video for people that are so unsure about themselves and their friend group that feel like they have to do so much just to act like in a certain way. They have to use so much energy. This is the video for you, bro. Don't do that shit no more. Don't do that. I don't care what age you are, bro. If you're having to put in so much extra effort just to fit in with people, then you clearly were not naturally supposed to be there anyway. So don't do that. But yeah, that's Matt Yaps. So, bro, if anybody sees these videos, bro, comment video ideas, bro. I really want to talk about like sports, music. I want to talk about other shit. I want to talk about I want to talk about a lot of shit. I want to yap a lot about a lot of shit, but if you have any like categories, bro, I'm a very open-minded person, bro. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I love UFC fighting, NCAA. I love football, whether it's fucking American football or Spanish football. I love everything. I love music. I love every type of music. If you just want to if you want to just yap to me and I yap to you back, bro, that'd be good. That'd be good. I'm very I feel like that'd be a very successful thing. But yeah, I like to yap. But yeah, that's my yaps.